Speech Pitch by ISCA-SAC.
Are you planning to attend Interspeech 2026 in Sydney? You must be excited. Welcome to Australia. Sydney is much more than beaches, kangaroos, and opera house. Here are 10 plus 1 fun facts about one of the world's most famous harbour cities. Number 1. Not the capital. Many people think Sydney is the capital of Australia, but actually the capital is Canberra, while Sydney remains the country's largest and most famous city. And as if it wasn't confusing enough, Sydney was almost not called Sydney at all. When the British settlement began in 1788, the city was nearly named Albion. Imagine attending Interspeech 2026 in Albion instead of Sydney. Number 2. The Opera House. The Sydney Opera House is one of the world's most recognizable buildings, but building it was a little more complicated than expected. The original plan was 4 years and 7 million Australian dollars. The reality? 14 years and 102 million Australian dollars. That's not a delay, that's a completely different project. Number 3. The Coat Hanger. Thanks to its giant steel arch, the Sydney Harbour Bridge is nicknamed the Coat Hanger. Keeping it looking good is a never-ending job. A massive team uses over 30,000 liters of paint to repaint the bridge. The funny part? When they finish, they have to start again. Even the famous grey color wasn't a design choice, it was simply the best available option in 1932. Number 4. A must-see harbour. Sydney Harbour is considered one of the most beautiful natural harbours in the world. Its blue water, islands and landmarks create a view you will never forget. It is one of those places where the city and nature comes together perfectly. If you visit Sydney, this is a definitely must-see. Number 5. More than 100 beaches. Sydney is famous for its beach culture and outdoor lifestyle. The city has more than 100 beaches, including the world-famous Bondi Beach. If you visited a different beach every weekend, it would take almost 2 years to see them all. So whether you want famous waves or a quiet hidden spot, Sydney has a beach for everyone. Number 6. A perfect blend of urban and natural sights. In Sydney, you can go from skyscrapers to wildlife in no time. Despite being a modern metropolis, Sydney is surrounded by national parks, forests and coastal cliffs. It is one of the few major cities where wildlife and urban life exist so closely together. And yes, Sydney even has penguins. A small colony of little penguins lives near the harbour, just minutes from the city centre. Are you going to visit these little fellas? Number 7. Ancient Sustainability Masterclass. Sydney is built on the land that was inhabited by Aboriginal people for thousands of years. The traditional owners of central Sydney are the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. When the British arrived in 1788, they caught around 4,000 fishes in one day. To the Gadigal people, taking more than you actually needed wasn't just a waste, it was a serious offense. They shared the extra fishes with the community, a masterclass in sustainability long before it became a modern trend. Number 8. A multicultural city. Sydney is home to people from all over the world. Its diversity can be seen in its language, festivals, food, and communities. Almost half of Sydneysiders were born overseas. Walk through the city and you might hear more than 250 languages. From Little Italy to amazing Asian food communities, Sydney is a truly city made of many cultures. Number 9. The Olympic City. Sydney hosted the Summer Olympic Games in 2000. The event brought major improvements and is remembered as one of the most successful Olympics ever held. And here is a fun detail. The Olympic medals were partially made from recycled Australian 1 and 2 cent coins. So some athletes literally went home with a piece of Aussie pocket chains around their necks. It is a fitting tribute to a land where sustainability doesn't just run in the veins of the people, but it is the very heartbeat of its history. Number 10. Millennium and Sydney. If we're celebrating, everyone should see it. Sydney is one of the first major cities to welcome the new year. Every year, millions of people watch the famous fireworks over Sydney Harbour. Australia was not the very first place to enter the new millennium in 2000s, but Sydney was the first major international city to broadcast its celebration to the world. Before we share the bonus, let's have some honorable mentions. Not far from Sydney, you can find natural salt lakes that sometimes turn bright pink. It looks like something straight out of a science fiction movie. The color comes from algae, a tiny microorganism living in the salty water. The Great Chicken Incident. During a 1980s performance of Boris Godunov, a chicken had a very different idea of its stage entrance. It walked off the stage and landed directly on a cellist in the orchestra pit. After that, a protective net was installed above the orchestra pit. Because apparently, even in opera, you need to prepare for unexpected chickens. Because you stuck around until the very end, we saved the absolutely craziest fact for last. The Speech Pitch podcast team will be at the International Convention Centre, Sydney, during Interspeech 2026. Consider this completely shameless plug as an invitation to come find us, chat with us, be interviewed on the podcast, and absolutely geek out about your latest research. Whether you're presenting a paper, attending your first conference, or just passionate about speech science, we'd love to meet you. That's all for our Sydney special. Until then, stay tuned for our next episode. Get ready for Interspeech 2026 Sydney edition, where we share more practical information about the city, including transportation, local food culture, useful Australian expressions, and other tips to help you make the most of your visit. See you in Sydney and hopefully in Interspeech 2026.
Speech Pitch by ISCA-SAC.